with you, I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you, my color bright. I ain't finna fade with you, man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride, lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase up the rings. What I do? Lace up the
We have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the New York Jets. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Second down, McKinnon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 39-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. 6-6. Pull it high.
Here we go on second and 12. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Ready?
Back to throw here. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 39.
Set. Ready?
So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
10-2 stop. Recon, 132 fighter.
Here's second and 8. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Check. Lucky. Who draw Porter?
The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Motion. 56 to Mike.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a jet shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Middle. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike 56. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Mike 56.
From the gun, it's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Got it.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And he'll be out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play? You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise,
and he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, man. Let's go.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
I got it. 41's the mark.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
57's Mike 57. Check pass. Hey, check that.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
First quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
Let's go.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 47.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And now this pass brought in by Brown. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
1st down, Raiders.
On the ready. 53, Mike. You ain't got nothing.
They'll run on 1st down. McKinnon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carry from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help. Tight end has to stay in. If you use a fullback, keep him in. Make sure you have extra people to try and keep your quarterback upright. Didn't work on that play.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. They run it with McKinnon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
2nd and 11. He finds McKinnon, complete. Oh, it's out. McKinnon fumbled it. And the Jets have recovered. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
Switch.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's the end of the first quarter.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. They come out here in the eye.
Mike. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 90. Wolf. 53. Flat. You get blocked, me.
And they try to sweep to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing 3rd down. They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The kick by Carlson is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Geno Atkins has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Here we go. Here we go. Go. Here we go. Here we go.
Allen now operating from the gun. And that is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll set up to throw. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. McKinnon. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. Here's McKinnon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I can put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Allen. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. The Jets on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Allen from the gun. He'll throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check. Hey, Echo. 65.
On 1st down, Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Kill. Here we go.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught. A big pickup of 38. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check.
On second and goal, Allen looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
41 to Mike, 41 to Mike. Check 41. Let him know. Mike 41.
Allen now on third and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Geno Atkins in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the Jets will call on the field goal unit here. And his kick is good. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. This to Jarwin. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That second down play nets a -4. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Set 30 base.
Third and short, McKinnon. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen gets this one to Joshua Perkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Let's go, D. Big Sears right here. We got to step it up.
So that'll back him up 5.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike. Cover. Hey, Zoo.
From the gun, Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Check out, read. Check 13. Check 13.
Allen going to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And the safety, Carl Joseph, there to knock that one away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Alert! 41. We've got to wedge that, huh? Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Throwing now is Allen. Airing one out for Crowder. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come get some. Come on here. Come half. He don't want it. Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike.
To throw, it's Allen. Now he's forced out left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
3rd and 4.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Operating from the gun, Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now McKinnon. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Cleveland Farrell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Allen to throw it. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen going up, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 37-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
To try again after the sack. Allen on the catch. It's Crowder. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here again is McKinnon. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They're going to look to throw. And he's got a noon one.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Complete to Quincy Anunwa.
Ready? 15.
15 yards. First down, Raiders.
Hustle, hustle. 5.
On first down, McKinnon. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
You. Protein spill. Get it.
2nd and 6. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
And 6 yards to go.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll drop to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Handoff, it's McKinnon. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Keep playing hard, fellas.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Let's get it.
The 44-yard line.
Let's go now. 30 base.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Set. 18 Gator. 53 Smart. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
They run once more with McKinnon. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, you got 3 inches.
A first throw for the backup, Jackson. Going for the deep ball. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Set, ready? 90 Wolf. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
They'll run on 1st down. McKinnon. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
53, Mike, 61, matchbox, white. Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. McKinnon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Ready, ready. 53, Mike. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Now Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Aaron Jones with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Carlson now to add the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Mix the score. Raiders 29, Jets 3. Daniel Carlson to kick off for the
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard
line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Geno Atkins in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point.
Check. Fresno. Hatchet. Kill. Take it.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And the pressure gets to him again. Geno Atkins, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Switch. Check 99. Motion.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7, Geno Atkins. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Now a give, this is McKinnon. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jerick McKinnon. Touchdown number 22 on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
To throw again on second down. Allen, he's got it complete to Perkins. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Brings up 4th down.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Geno Atkins. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Down. 8, read. Watch the run, watch the run.
On 1st down, McKinnon. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. And the backfield standing alone on 2nd and goal is McKinnon. He's going to get it running right. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Allen will try again on second down. Looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Wide open receiver complete. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Allen on first and 10. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
That's another Jets first down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Reset.
From midfield, here's Allen. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
To throw again on second down. Allen. He's got it at the 15. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
At the 16-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Scott. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Geno Atkins in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Ninth play of the drive now on third and a country mile. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That's going to be caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night, everybody.